Hello, wonderful pharmacy owners. I have a great pharmacy owner guest today talking about one of my favorite topics, which is pharmacy marketing. So, Truman is with me today. Truman, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, about your pharmacy, how long you've owned it, where you're located, just so they get to know you just a little bit.
Hello, everyone. My name is Truman Warren. I'm the owner of Truman Pharmacy here in Houston, Texas. We've been open for about 2 years. As far as I've been a graduate, well, not a graduate, I guess a student of the Lisa Faast Diversify Academy, and I've been just taking all the information she's given. I've been like a sponge, just absorbing everything and using everything she's put out and helping pharmacy owners.
Yes, you are a raging machine. Whenever you do latch onto an idea, you are the, like epitome of like the pharmacy owner that just goes out and does it. Like you understand done is better than perfect, which was a hard lesson for me to learn when I was young. But it is definitely the best way to move your pharmacy forward. And you have certainly moved your pharmacy forward in the last just 6 months. It's been really fantastic to watch you develop and grow and implement some of these strategies that I talk about. So today we're here to talk about pharmacy marketing and really kind of branded promotional items. And you had gotten introduced to one of my companies that I promote that I just love, which is called Promotional. Jessica Sun over there has a wonderful promotions company. But you had a really great idea for a promotional product. So I wanted to share what you've done with that. And then let's talk a little bit about how you're using it and what are the results that you're getting from. So tell me a little bit about where this original idea came from for you to have something branded for your pharmacy.
Well, the original idea, I've seen it in the group, the Diversify RX group. So I've seen pharmacy owners, they had clipboards. So I thought about, well, what a great idea for new practitioner providers in the area and providers that I want to establish a better relationship with and just kind of visit with them and just give them, I always give away bags, pens, cups with my logo and brand and my contact information on there. But it was something about clipboards. Most of the front support staff, usually those are the people that direct the pharmacy, the patients to the pharmacy. So that was and they're in dire need of clipboards. Every time I go, they always grab the clipboards for you to fill out something, fill out prescriptions, new information. So what's the best idea to keep it on their mind is to have your own branded clipboard. So every time even when they grab the pen, they grab a TrueMed pen. When they grab the clipboard, they grab a TrueMed clipboard. When they grab something to drink, they have a TrueMed cup. So it's just one of those things where it's always on their mind. So instead of always seeing CVS and Walgreens, the names we know, but however, you may have trust issues, now you can go with Truman Pharmacy that you can give a chance to without the weight of the big change and everything. So
yeah, and your clipboard, so you used Promotions because I remember you messaged me saying who do I recommend, and I recommend Promotions hands down. And it's because Jessica gives you that personal attention and really makes something custom for you. It's not just about slapping your logo on something. And so your clipboard I thought looked beautiful. You sent me pictures and I was like, wow, that's really impressive. I was loving it. So, tell me a little bit about the design. What was kind of the messaging that you were going for to try to grab their attention? And in those few seconds that you have their attention, tell them a little bit about your pharmacy.
Well, especially during a pandemic, a lot of patients, they don't want to go out. We have telehealth. So one of the things was we made sure we put free delivery on the top. So free delivery lets the patients know and the doctors know, hey, if we're doing telehealth and they still don't want to come out, maybe we can have free delivery. When we go to most patients, they love the free delivery as well, because most of the big chains, they charge delivery, and we're right here in the immediate area where it's definitely need for more providers. Another thing we added was compounding. We know compounding has a good gross profit. We don't have to worry about the PBM. So we just purchased a rapid pack. So we have the medication packaging on there as well. So we can let those PCPs know that we have those services. And like I said, the free delivery, and also the as well as medication therapy management, mainly that we're trying to implement and start new services as far as point of care testing. So we have those patients that they have comorbidities, so they need to sometimes come help check their blood sugar, hemoglobin A1C, and a cholesterol panel. So those things that we're showing the doctor that we're here for and the services that we offer. So it's always on their mind once they grab a clipboard. And we have a big card that's on there, so let them reiterate free delivery. So
yeah, I immediately got that from the image of the car. That car, I think it's the coloring or whatnot, like, but it kind of pops out at you. I'll post an image of it because I think they're just absolutely beautiful. How many did you purchase? Did you go with just something small? Like, how many doctors were you planning on handing them out to? Like, talk a little bit about how you actually distribute them and, kind of presented them to your doctor's offices.
well, what I did, I ordered 150 of them from Jessica. We started off with that order, and what we did, she helped me with the design. It took maybe about 7 days to design, and about another 7 to 10 days as far as delivery. As soon as it's ordered and delivered, she sends you the tracking number so you can follow along. It was a pretty swift process compared to other companies. So her price point was great, and also the turnaround time was great. So once we got them, we already had like bags, pens, cups. So what we decided to visit the doctors that we already have established relationships with, and also doctors that we wanted to establish relationship. And what I did, I also got Chick-fil-A gift cards. So I just came by and just dropped things off and let them know that this is like an early Christmas gift and just a thank you gift for them. So most time people will talk even more when you bring in gifts, but also even more when you have food. So that was one of the things. And we had immediate early results. So once I gave them within 7 days, we had 10 new patients. So that has definitely been a great thing to invest in. We're still kind of tracking how many patients we've have gotten and how much as far as profit we've made, but it's definitely kind of paying off because we've even gave into the school district because with the school nurse, because we have a relationship as far as with the COVID vaccines. We go every couple weeks and do booster shots with them. So this was another thing that will help like strengthen our relationship. We were able to do flu clinics with them during the early part of the flu season. So we're trying to work on our relationship for next year. So they already know us and keep us in mind for the next year season.
And I love the usability of the clipboard. I talk about promotional products for pharmacies. And, I think everybody knows pens, and pens work great. It's quite amazing. I actually had an old patient from my pharmacy, Faast Pharmacy, many years ago now. We've been closed. They actually sent me through Facebook a picture of my pen. They were still using my pens. I mean, pens work. But I think it's really about finding other products that are useful, and they're useful for a long time. So I love the idea of the clipboard because actually so many businesses use clipboards. You fill out paperwork, not just at doctor's offices, but, think about chiropractor offices and vet clinics. And, you kind of start thinking about schools and everybody else that is using clipboards, that if you go start a relationship with that business, even just having, it could be a bank or something where just having your information in front of somebody as they're filling out their paperwork is a really great way to keep it top of mind and have a really useful product. Another one of my favorite areas that I loved using a promotional item in my pharmacy was the drawstring bag. So I got one here and I still use them for Diversifier X. It's just a nice little simple drawstring bag, but these drawstring bags, we use them for everything. We put our new patient, all of our new patient info in here. So inside was all of the intake forms that you need for a new patient. It was our brochure, our pen, and then of course the bag. And the bag is a durable bag, can be washed, can be reused. And I remember the first time, it was probably, I'd owned my pharmacy for maybe like 2 years. We started using these bags for new patients. And I was driving to the pharmacy one morning and there was a guy on the side of the road who was riding a bike, and he had our bag on his back. Like he was riding with it, and he was riding with my bag. And I had never been happier to see that. And we ended up doing fun other stuff. And we did little contests with I Heart Faast Pharmacy, because that's what we put on our bag was I Heart, the little icon heart. And we ended up having little contests of people, like when they go on vacation, they take pictures of it, and we had t-shirts and stuff, so you can really have fun with branding. But I think if you're going to spend money on branding and promotional items, it should really be something that's useful and that's going to stick around and get multiple use out of, one-time use things, like the hand sanitizers. A lot of people, use those, and those are great for maybe giveaways at like a a show or something. But once that's empty, the chances that they're going to refill it and keep using it are pretty slim to none. They're just going to toss it. So I really like to use ideas. And one of the reasons that I first fell in love with Promo Sons, and I'm so glad you talked about Jessica and how she really just handholds you, was one, her availability of products. There was one time where I had something in mind. I'd never seen it before. And I was looking all over, and that's where I first found Jessica. And I was like, I found it. I found what I was looking for. She just had so many new, like, different products. I love unique things. And then, of course, she helps you with the whole design process and takes you through there. So you got an early return. I'm sure, you're going to continue to have more returns onto that. But, any final advice for somebody that is in your situation? I mean, you're a 2-year-old pharmacy. You're trying to grow your pharmacy and get more customers. Any other little tidbits you want to share with any other pharmacy owners?
Well, definitely continue like to promote your brand every opportunity. Like most of the time I have a Truman polo as far as everywhere I go. Even if I go into Walmart for something quick, I'm always have my brand. My wife, she's like, you don't even wear any other clothes but clothes that have your brand on it. So that's definitely having a visibility, continued visibility. We're in the process of getting our delivery card wrapped with Truman logo on there, so patients will know that they can contact us regarding free delivery. We have a toll-free number that they can call, and it goes directly to this store or the store in there, the upcoming Pearland store. So it's a great just to be your own brand and people recognize us. Definitely just continue to stay the course. So people will definitely and continue to stand by your brand. So make sure that what they get the first time is always the second and third, fourth, fifth time that they visit your pharmacy.
Great advice, Truman. Well, I really appreciate you sharing your success. I guarantee that you have probably inspired some pharmacies to go out and order some clipboards because they are really effective and they look beautiful. Again, I'll post some images of them. Maybe you can send me some more because I just think they're gorgeous looking. But I will post Jessica's information too, in case you want to use Promo Sons. Obviously, lots of other places use them, but I have never found somebody with better service and better pricing. It's really great pricing from Jessica. So anyways, thank you so much, Truman. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with us, and I know everybody else appreciates your insights. So thank you.
You're welcome.